Today, I'd like to address a question I get from a number of clients. And that is, listen, I have a very nice small boutique business. We're doing really well. And I think what we really need to do is we need to blow this up. We need to make this much bigger than it is so we can leverage everything that we've been doing. And I tell them, I say, the essence of your business is going to change dramatically because as you go to volume, large scale, the big part of your problem will now involve supply chain issues, which you may not have encountered prior to that. And the example I often give them is if you're to go ahead and build, to bake an apple pie. You would simply maybe go to your local supermarket. You would source all the ingredients that you needed to make that pie. You'd bring them home into your kitchen, and you would go ahead and assemble them and shove them in your oven, and you would have a beautiful apple pie. But if somebody came up to you and said, listen, I love your apple pies and we're having this big convention, and what I'd really want you to do is I'd like you to bake us 1,000 apple pies. The issue is it just got us significantly more problematic for you in the sense that you're not going to be able to go ahead and source all the ingredients from your local supermarket. You're going to need, many hundreds and thousands of apples to go ahead and do that. So you're not going to be able to go to your local supermarket to do that. You're going to probably have to go to a farmer and you have to buy a whole truckload of apples to go off and do that. And then, of course, all the apples kind of come in, and now you're going to go ahead. You don't have the ability to build all of them. You're going to have to go to a bigger space. You're going to have capital expenditures in buying ovens because you're going to have to effectively, bake off a lot of pies to go ahead and do, for that one particular contract that you do have. So the big part of that becomes much more logistics. I often think about that around Thanksgiving when companies like Village Inn offer pies to people. Well, I know some people who work at Village Inn, and they start making those pies 2 months in advance. Well, most people throughout the year are really buying those pies that were made that day. But when you're actually buying those pies for those holidays, because there's such a huge demand for them, effectively what happens is those pies have been made, they've been frozen. It's not the same pie that you would normally get. So sometimes the quality drops. And like I said, the logistics becomes quite nightmarish for you to do that. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't scale a business, but I often tell my clients, I say, if you are going to scale, you understand that the problems that you face today are not going to be the same problems that you're going to be facing when you go on scale. So I hope that helped. You understand something, and be sure to check out some of our other resources that we have on SteveBizBlog.